Handheld gaming consoles are changing the way we play, offering the power of home consoles in a portable form. These new devices come with better hardware, clearer screens, and easy access to cloud gaming, giving players a wide range of options, whether they enjoy big-budget games or smaller indie titles. The latest consoles are designed not only for gaming, but also for streaming and entertainment, offering more flexibility than ever before. Whether you're a casual gamer or a serious player, handheld consoles in 2025 bring fun and powerful gaming experiences wherever you go. With the variety of gaming handhelds out there, choosing the perfect set can be tricky. That's why in this video, I'll be walking you through the top 5 gaming handhelds that really stand out for you. To make things easier, I've included links to the best deals for each product down in the description. Keep in mind, the gaming handhelds are not ranked in any specific order, so stick around until the end to get the full picture. So without wasting your time, let's get started with the video. Number 5. Asus ROG Ally X. A premium and powerful handheld PC that gets a lot right. If you've got the cash to spare, you should go for the premium Asus ROG Ally X over its less powerful predecessor. There are a lot of improvements on show with this upgraded model compared to the ROG Ally. The X's more ergonomic design, longer battery life, and faster performance are all quality tweaks that I'm glad Asus put the work in on. The longer staying power can be attributed to the bigger 80W battery, and I'm all about extra juice and less trips to my wall sockets when it comes to the best handheld. As for the performance gains, those are largely down to the presence of a full-sized SSD and doubling the RAM of the original Ally. The improvements definitely make for a more enjoyable gaming experience. Despite its advances, this machine still packs the same AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme chip and 1080p ISP display of the original, which feel like big missed opportunities. If Asus ever launches an OLED ROG Ally X, I'll happily tell the company to shut up and take my money. Though performance is better, it's not a night and day difference. The display still delivers sharp images that move smoothly thanks to the 120Hz refresh rate. Again, the addition of an OLED option would really have been the cherry atop what's mostly a delicious sundae. If you're new to Windows handhelds and want a truly premium experience, the Asus ROG Ally X is the machine to get. Number 4. Lenovo Legion Go. With its large 8.8-inch 144Hz display, powerful AMD Ryzen 1 Extreme processor, and detachable controllers, this Windows 11-powered gaming system has a lot going for it. In my book, Lenovo makes some of the best gaming laptops and best gaming PCs out there, so I'm not surprised that the company's gaming handheld looks and feels like a premium product. Despite its virtues, though, I feel the Legion Go's greatest strength is also its biggest weakness, namely Windows 11. While the ubiquitous operating system allows for a great degree of customization via apps and programs, it also prevents Lenovo's machine from being an easy-to-use gaming handheld. In my opinion, it's not in the same league as SteamOS. While the Lenovo Legion Go isn't perfect, its extra features arguably make it better than the Asus ROG Ally. The fact it's also compatible with multiple launchers, like the Xbox Game Pass, is something a lot of gamers will appreciate. And while the FPS mode of the right controller, which sees it act as a pseudo-mouse when placed into its controller place, is a neat yet ultimately overly gimmicky feature, the detachable pads themselves are a success on the whole. Considering the relative power of its CPU, though, that 2K resolution screen, 2560x1600, feels like overkill. In my experience, playing games at considerably lower pixel counts than the Legion Go's native resolution in order to achieve faster frame rates can prove to be an eyesore. Still, Lenovo has made a handheld that does its best to innovate, and it deserves a lot of credit for that. Number 3. Asus ROG Ally. This 7-inch handheld boasts a 120Hz display and a powerful new Zen 4-based AMD APU. Toss in official support from Xbox and the ability to play any Windows-compatible game out of the box, and the ROG Ally should theoretically decimate Valve's portable gaming device. Yet that's simply not the case when you have my beloved Steam Deck OLED out there. Better specs on paper don't always make for a better gaming experience, though I appreciate the ROG Ally's 1080p display that delivers sharp visuals at a smooth refresh rate. Games can also run at 60 frames per second and above thanks to the new Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor. On top of that, the handheld's ergonomic design makes it a pleasure to hold from my experience, not to mention how comfortable it proves to use for long stretches of time. There's a lot I like about the ROG Ally. Despite its virtues, the Asus ROG Ally can't topple the Steam Deck OLED. Yes, it has a sharper display and a faster processor, but the gains from these are arguably negligible, especially when you have to run games at 720p to get nominally better performance. Worst of all is the lack of a dedicated user interface like SteamOS. The Asus Armory Crate app does a decent enough job of gathering games in one spot, but it's nowhere near as intuitive or functional as Valve's operating system. Number 2. Steam Deck OLED. The best handheld gaming PC ever made. And it's not all that close. While it's not a revolutionary upgrade over the original Steam Deck, new features like an OLED HDR-capable display, Wi-Fi 6, and improved cooling make a huge difference. Like its predecessor, this handheld is an engineering marvel. If you already own a Steam Deck, I still recommend upgrading in the strongest terms, providing you can afford it, of course. Let me be clear about the Deck OLED's HDR screen. It's the definition of a game changer. It's a night and day improvement over the subpar LCD panel that often made the best Steam games look washed out on the OG system. Play classics like the Resident Evil 2 remake or Batman. Arkham Knight on the upgraded Deck's mesmerizing screen, and those games now look so much easier on the eyes thanks to the infinite black levels Valve's revised handheld is now capable of delivering. If you've got a bulging Steam library on either a gaming PC or laptop, Steam Deck OLED gives you a terrific new way to experience your library. SteamOS is a dream to navigate, with Valve creating a console-like interface that works with zero hassle, while the developer also doing a marvelous job of telling you what games run well on its handheld PC thanks to its Deck-verified ratings. If you're into PC gaming, the Steam Deck OLED is a no-brainer purchase. The quality of that incredible HDR display, which can hit peak screen brightness of 600 nits, paired with the strength of SteamOS means no Windows handheld can currently match Valve's marvelous machine. Number 1. Nintendo Switch OLED. The OLED model makes so many quality-of-life improvements that really should have been in place when the Big N's handheld hybrid first launched in 2017. The OLED version finally has a sturdy kickstand that no longer looks like a stern glance could topple the little console over. I can't fully describe how much I loathe the ludicrously flimsy stand on the launch version. The addition of slimmer bezels, more convincing speakers, and an Ethernet port for the system dock are also welcome additions I'm glad Nintendo implemented. The real headline upgrade is obviously that glorious 7-inch OLED screen. Games that primarily take place in dark environments, like the riveting Metroid Dread over the hugely underrated Switch port of Alien. Isolation. Look incredible on the Switch OLED's sensational display. Thanks to the sheer number and quality of first-party games on the Nintendo eShop, combined with a best-in-class screen only Steam Deck OLED can compete with in the portable gaming space, there's no doubt in my mind the Switch OLED is the best handheld the legendary Japanese company has ever made. And that's really saying something when you consider an incredible lineage that stretches all the way back to 1989's Game Boy. Considering rumors persist that the Nintendo Switch 2, though the company hasn't confirmed that will be the device's name yet, will have an LCD panel rather than an OLED screen. The current Switch OLED may remain the company's best handheld for years to come. Well, at least for display snobs like me.